jetzt fangen wir aber mal an hier mit Hellblade, Senua Sacrifice. Oder? Oder auch nicht. Doch. Ich freue mich schon sehr auf das Spiel. Das ist bisher sehr, sehr super.
Where are you taking me?
He's up there. How do you get up there? There's a way.
Genau, beim letzten Mal haben wir es ja hier reingeschafft. Aber wir wussten nicht mehr, wie wir da jetzt hochkommen. Tür ist ja oben offen. Und das Ding ist, wenn wir hier so hinstellen, uns darauf konzentrieren, dann sehen wir, da ist jetzt... Da gibt es einen Winkel, wo die Treppe aussieht, als wäre sie ganz. Und tada, jetzt ist sie ganz. Ich habe tatsächlich nachschauen müssen, weil ich war zu dumm für dieses Rätsel. Das hat mich so genervt. Aber ja, wir haben es jetzt gelöst. Und genau. Das Einzige, was ich nicht weiß, ob das jetzt gespeichert hat, dass wir alle Story-Teile hier gehört haben. Und ob wir das Gesicht mit der Mutter schon angehört haben. Hallo Gamerbler. Ja, ist es, aber es war halt so eine neue Mechanik, die komplett uneingeführt war. Und deswegen habe ich es halt irgendwie nicht so gerallt. Das ist natürlich jetzt so... Ja, das muss man halt schon verstehen können, ne? So, warte mal, wir können doch einfach hier so durchgehen.
Everything gets broken in the end.
You killed him with your love because he believed in you.
The curse cannot.
He's the reason she keeps fighting.
Genau, da steht jetzt noch die Tür zu. Ein gutes Indiz dafür.
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Balder, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself.
Genau.
We spend our lives searching for the meaning in life, and we ask the gods for guidance. But the truth to life is revealed when we can face death without fear. How can the gods understand us if they refuse to die themselves?
Das ist sehr geflüstert irgendwie.
Do you remember the way he stroked your hair?
Do you remember the way he felt?
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Balder. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Balder dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Balder's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness. Swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons.
So. Jetzt gehen wir mal rein. Und schauen mal weiter.
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god Huth was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Huth says, I cannot see where Baldur stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon. Loki replies, here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands. And Huth throws the mistletoe at Baldur. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Baldur is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
Armer Huth. Alright.
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Baldur. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea and sent for a giant.
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillian. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinbel and her past, and Dillian, her future. Two realities tearing at her soul.
Ever again.
Alright, dann hören wir noch jemand bitte weiter.
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Baldur. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Baldur's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Baldur's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
You squashed it, strangled it, flattened it.
The curse cannot be undone.
Scheint ja nicht so geil jetzt gewesen zu sein da. So, warte mal hier eine Brücke.
Nobody will love her now.
Can you remember what love feels like?
Look what happens to the things she loves.
She destroys
Hören wir alles auf, was geht. Irgendwas hier wird aussehen wie ein M. Ich glaube, ich weiß nicht schon was.
Do you know? Was it worth it? You're still alive and Dillian's dead. You have no time for this. Speak up.
It's all part of their game.
They've set you trials to distract you.
They've set you up, and now they're going to watch you fall.
What if these trials mean nothing?
Laughing at you.
Ist das so gut?
He led you astray.
Should have listened to your father when you were a child.
If they are just to tire you out, make you weak,
Love has
before the
tortured
battle,
you.
and it tortures
So, lass mal hier durchschauen. So. Diese Brücke da drüben. Aber wir sehen das Symbol, wir müssen aber auf die andere Seite.
Saved you. He saved you. Loves you.
Oh wait,
His love keeps you strong.
hier können wir durch jetzt.
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Baldur return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Balder stays with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Balder, weep him out of hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they found in a cave. Balder was never my friend, she says. Let hell keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
Aber selbst wenn es Loki in Disguise ist, also dann hat auch er nicht um ihn getrauert. So. Jetzt aber da die Tür aufgemacht, das heißt, wenn wir jetzt wieder in die Dunkelheit wechseln, können wir einmal auf den Balkon lang gehen.
Dillion doesn't know who killed him.
Und dann können wir hier einmal den Bogen machen. Da ist die Tür jetzt offen. Da ist da vorne die Tür offen, weil wir in der Dunkelheit sind. Oder in der dunklen Welt. Und geht da auch storytechnisch leider nichts weiter. Das müssen wir dann in der hellen Welt machen.
Why didn't she listen to her father?
She thought she could defy him.
Kriegen wir mal hin.
Dillion saved you from them.
What if this is pointless?
What are you doing? Why did you think you could make this work?
The Northmen tell how the gods punished Loki for Balder's death. They captured him and took him to a cave. They fetched his 2 sons and turned one into a wolf, and he ripped his brother apart. The gods used Loki's own son's entrails to tie him down, and turned these bonds to iron, and dangled a poisonous serpent over his face, so that its venom would drip onto him. Each time the venom drips onto Loki's face, he writhes in agony. The Northmen say that is the cause of earthquakes. A reminder, perhaps, that if even gods must accept death, then so must we.
Believe in the curse, Dillion believed in you.
Ja, übel.
Saved you.
Dillion cared for her like no one else has.
Dillion's the only reason she's still alive.
Da ist der Pfeil hoch.
What if they're all about wasting your time, just delaying minute by minute?
Do you remember meeting him beneath the tree?
You're special. She thinks she
Look what happens. They mean nothing.
special. It could all be a waste of her time.
What if the gods are just
Und auf.
Messing with her.
It wouldn't be.
Be the first time.
First time in forever.
Your curse has claimed Dillion.
Ich will mal sehen, was passiert, wenn wir hier nochmal in die helle Welt
He
wechseln.
didn't know. He was kind.
Nein, geht nicht.
You
So, man geht da davor.
You were guilty.
Was it worth it?
Hm. Okay. So now
Very, very careful.
Dillion never much cared for the underworld, and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Zinbel. I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see. And he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillion's arms, learned to see the world through his eyes. And slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
You're going to fall, careful.
No, she's not. She's not going to fall. She's strong. She's steady. She can do it. You can do it, Senua.
So, win.
There he is.
Go to him. Go to him.
That's it.
Quicker. Quicker.
No!
It's your fault. He's disappeared. You've lost him to the sea. He's gone. You've lost him to the... He's gone to the water. He's drowned.
Senua, your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world that you, and only you, can see just to be rid of your nightmares? Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I love.
I left for the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
What if this is pointless? What if you're wrong? What if this has nothing to do with the sword? What if we're wrong? The sword will never be yours. What if this is the end? It's just a trick.
It's not the end.
You've been fooled before, you could be fooled again. You're being tested. You don't know. It's just their game for you. You never know which way it's going.
As Sigmund and Sinfjotli are being buried alive, Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hole. I saw once a plague strike northern lands of ice. It was so terrible that not the oldest man among us could remember the like. Hundreds died. The sickness took nearly every person younger than 40 and many older. And where dying mothers gave birth, the marks of the plague were on the babes as they came out of the womb.
Hört sich ja gar nicht mal so nice an.
Where are we? I don't like it. This place feels...
What is this place?
This place feels... It's... creepy. It feels wrong. It feels strange. Where is it? Where are we? Turn back. This is wrong. This has to be wrong. This place stinks. There he is. There he is.
The light.
Go towards it.
He's in the house. He's
Find
going
it.
in.
He's disappearing.
Follow him.
Don't let him.
Ugh.
How do you find it?
It's a test.
It's just a trial.
Like the old warrior trials.
You just have to survive.
Dillion will help me.
Ugh.
Just one.
Danach haben wir so viel Pest.
The stench of rot. She can almost taste it. Do you smell it? No. Don't worry. Not everyone can. It was a warm spring day when she went to the river with Dillion and the others. But the water... She could taste the rot. But no one else could. She knew something was wrong. Something sinister. She begged them to leave, but they just laughed at her. But soon enough, as the bodies piled up, no one was laughing. And they knew that she was not like them.
The bridge. It's broken. Fix it.
You have to fix it. How are you going to fix it?
You can't get to the house until the bridge is fixed.
You must. You have to get to the house. You have to find Dillion.
Mal schauen, was wir hier so durchschauen. Ah, da kommen wir hier so durch. Können hier weiter was anhören.
The Northmen speak of a death moon, a light shaped like a half moon that appears inside a house and goes around the walls. I once saw the death moon appear at a farm, and first the shepherd died, then a guest died, and then the farm hands, and then the farmer and 6 of his men drowned at sea. But that is not the end of it, because the dead return to haunt the living. If you see the death moon, then beware, because there will be death in that house.
You found a way
To climb the tower.
the ladder.
Quick. What now?
You can see it. A light to the truth. The bridge.
She did it.
Did it? You fixed the bridge.
She fixed it.
You passed the trial. Get to the house.
You succeeded.
So, und wieder durch den ganzen Siff durch.
Now you have to find him.
Quick, get to the house. Get to the house and finish this trial.
It doesn't finish until you get to the house.
Before he disappears, Senua.
You have to get in.
Senua! Come to me! Where are you?
I'm here! I'm right here!
Are you in there? Come out if you are.
Where is he? Find him.
You have to find him.
The runes.
Focus.
Focus on the runes. What's that sound?
Dillion! They're coming for me!
Someone's calling you.
What's that voice?
You can hear Dillion. It's Dillion. Go to him. Go to him. He's trying to save you.
Und
There it is. It's close. It's close.
Run!
Move.
Run now! Run! It's not safe here!
Don't let it see you
It
go.
is.
Go towards it.
Run.
Focus.
Find
Focus.
it.
Focus. Focus. Two more.
Two more to find. Where are they, Senua?
Where's Dillion?
Where are you?
Don't let it see you.
Don't get lost.
Don't let it see you.
Come on.
You'll start to burn.
There
There it is. Move away.
What should I do?
Where is he?
This is taking too long.
Can you hear him? You're
Two
lost.
more runes.
You have to find them.
Where are you? You're lost.
Where are they?
This all looks the same.
it's not.
The light.
Go towards it. Focus. 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 Look. One more to find. One more. One more.
That's it.
Nein, geh durch. Rein. Da ist es. Nein, nein, ich krieg das hin. Ich krieg das hin.
Senua! Senua! What happened?
They're blaming me for the plague. They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
How would they know such a thing? Are they gods? None of us are. They're just people. Good people, but they're scared. They're afraid of what they can't see. Like children scared of the dark. They make up stories to fill the void. That doesn't make them true.
What if my father was right?
You have to step out of this darkness. Let them see who you really are, like I have. You're not a monster.
Without you, this darkness has made me a monster.
Killing you would be too easy. They're taking your memories to torture you.
They're taking you from the inside.
You're disappearing.
Augustus, du meinst vermutlich, du weißt die Bedeutung von den Runen
Every time you remember, it disappears.
They're going to take everything.
und fragst gerade, ob du mir sagen sollst, was die
They're gonna
Bedeutung
take
ist.
everything you have. The memories of ghosts.
They belong to the gods, not to you.
They're eating you from the inside. They want to kill your soul.
They want to crush it.
They think they want your body, they want your soul.
They want your mind, and they're going to take it.
The memories were yours, but they're the gods now.
Nothing is yours anymore.
Dillian's disappearing with your memories.
Gibt keinen Sinn.
The Northmen say that their Allfather, Odin, gave his eye in exchange for a drink from Mimir's well, the Well of Wisdom. In blindness there can be wisdom. Only by giving can you receive in return. For this reason, I give my life and pass on my stories of the Northmen to you, Senua.
Entschuldigung. Und was heißen die dann?
I can't see.
Also was bedeuten sie?
Who's there?
Can you hear me? I'm right here. Can't you see me?
Help me.
Breathe slow.
It's the darkness.
Stay still. Empty your thoughts. Tell me what you feel.
A breeze.
Good. Then there is a way out.
I can't tell where it comes from.
Yes, you can.
Also damit ihr wisst, mein Gamepad vibriert gerade, wenn ich hier nach vorne gehe. Also wenn ich nach da schaue. Das heißt, ich spüre tatsächlich die Brise.
The others. The voices. They've gone.
I'm still here.
It's so quiet. So dark.
It's okay. Listen to your own breath. Feel it rise and fall. Good. Be aware of everything you hear and feel. Let your senses guide you.
Ich finde es sehr cool, wie sie es gemacht haben, dass man blind ist gerade. Oder dass man gerade nichts sieht. Das ist ein sehr, sehr cooler Filter. Oh, Tür.
I can't go on. Lillian?
Find a way. I'm not leaving you here.
I think I'm somewhere else now. The breeze has gone.
Use all of your senses. Let the world speak to you. What do you hear?
I hear water.
Go to it.
I've reached the water.
Good. That's your way out. Follow it upstream.
Selbst auf dem ersten Runde war I was.
So
Du
sorry.
ein oder ein langes I.
I thought I left this all behind.
Okay.
Don't be sorry. It's not your fault.
He was right. It's inside of me. It won't let me go.
Senua. My father. He taught me that the hardest battles are fought in the mind, not the soul. You're no coward. He proved that to me in warrior trials. This is just another battle. You can beat it.
This isn't your bet. You don't have to help me.
I want to. Besides, you are going to be a great warrior one day. You need people like you.
Zweite Runde ist alles. Z und Abwehr. Noch ehrlicher essen. Letzte war Turisas.
I know what you're
Ja, laut oder
thinking.
Tose.
He's not really here. It seems there's no escaping the past in this place. And so she's forced to relive it. To what end?
So, kurz zu.
There's a waterfall. I can't go on this way.
Then look for another way and tell me what you find.
There is a house. I don't know what's inside.
Don't be afraid.
Tilly, there's something in here.
Do you see it?
No.
Then it cannot see you. Quietly move past it, one step at a time.
Ich finde es sehr mutig zu behaupten, dass Dass mich nicht sieht. Ich glaube, es steht vor mir. Oh. Das war knapp. Da kann ich nicht langlaufen. Mann, ey.
It's not following me.
Leave it behind and keep moving forwards.
Okay. Das Problem ist, wir haben immer noch kein Schwert. Da ist irgendwas. Das Gruppe Feuer sehen. Da lang laufen. Okay, gut, dann soll ich wohl nicht laufen. So scheint diese Richtung laufen. Ich weiß nicht, inwiefern mich die Monster sehen können. Ich weiß noch nicht mal, wo ich hin muss. Okay, nein. Da nicht lang. So, warte mal. Entweder fehlt mir da gerade der Symbolbezug oder ich bekomme gerade nicht die Sprache, in der dann die vermeintlichen sinnlosen Wörter geschrieben sind. Dann Wörter bist du auch ratlos. Schon mal kein Nordisch, okay. Gut zu wissen. Ich kann grob die Monster vor mir sehen. Und links von mir. Ich muss jetzt links daran vorbeilaufen. Ich weiß nicht, wo ich nicht gehe. Ich hoffe, das ist der richtige Weg. Ich glaube ja. Das ist ein Torbogen. Das könnte hier richtig sein. Oder wir sind wieder am Anfang. Ist einmal im Kreis gelaufen. Das könnte auch sein. Das schaut etwas anders aus.
I think I'm in a house. It stinks of death.
The darkness is testing you, but you are in control.
was. Wir laufen im Dunkeln über den Balken, die wir nicht sehen. Mit Monstern unten drunter. Die Kinder, macht das nicht daheim.
A well. There's a well.
Don't turn back. You're getting close.
Dillion. Help me.
Come to me, Senua.
Ich weiß nicht, wie sehr mich die Viecher hören.
Dillion. Is that you? I can see a light.
Yes, I can see you too.
Nee, definitiv nicht. Darin würde ich nicht mich mal reinsteigen. Oder mich danach irgendwie so ganz viel Desinfektionsmittel erstmal marinieren lassen. Und das in Mehrfachstufen, Dude. Aber man kommt schon halber, keine Ahnung, alle möglichen Blutkrankheiten, wenn man den Dinger nur anschaut. Hepatitis A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Alle.
She could spend hours, days even, trapped within herself, in the dark.
You see me?
Yes.
Your eyes were open, but you were gone.
And when it finally let her go, she could be anywhere, with no memory of how she got there.
When it comes for me, I have no power over it.
But here, for the first time, someone was there to help.
But I heard your voice. You brought me back.
You found your own way back. All you needed was a little help. A little hope.
You've done it. The warrior trials. Go get the sword. You have to get the sword.
With grammar reforged, you will have Odin's blessing to walk, a goddess, into the halls of Helheim and challenge Hela as an equal.
So Dillion was helping me. And the sword will lead me to him. Like when we first met.
Das Schwertkram. Ja.
Dillion gave her the strength to pass the warrior trials, and she saw a way out. To leave her past behind and become a warrior in Dillion's clan.
The sword is tainted by the gods of darkness. Leave it.
No. He left it here. He wants me to take it.
You will pay a price for this.
Years later, with Zinbel's parting words still haunting her, the darkness came back with a vengeance. The plague.
Teil.
Everyone suffered.
My father was not supposed to die like this.
Do you see it clearly now, Senua? The suffering you've caused.
This is your fault. You brought this plague to us. You have blood on your hands.
Ich will jetzt drauf achten. Und meine Fresse ist die
They're
Animation
coming
im
for you
Spiel.
now.
They're coming.
They're coming to get you.
Hold your heavy strike.
Hold it! Hold the heavy strike. Hold it! Unleash the sword. Must remember, she can focus. It's inside her.
The mirror.
It's building. It's building.
Okay.
Stop them!
Ah,
Get up! She's going to die. Focus! 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 It's not over. It's not over. Focus! It's the only way. He's gone! Yes, sir. Yes.
ja, okay. Warum wollte ich...
Capable warrior. Remember the mirror.
The mirror.
Okay. Ich wollte mich eigentlich... Ich wollte die ganze Zeit mich fokussieren.
It's not over. It's not over. Focus. Focus now. You won!
Aber irgendwie ließ es mich nicht.
There's nowhere to run to. There's no
In the sea of corpses, the corpse waved through itself over the ones I loved. The ship broke up under them. The ship that had sailed from the land of shining fields. Their memorial stone is sacred. Come not here in the sun. Come not with a sword. Come not crying over a naked corpse. Come not with disturbed mind.
Alles hier ein bisschen ungeil.
She's lost. She's lost. She doesn't know where she's trying to get
Do
to.
you hear the suffering, Senua? Does your precious gift of sight let you see the souls that rot here in this sea of corpses? Do you feel the blood running cold on your skin? Do you hear their endless cries? Do you smell their putrid wounds? They were once brothers, sisters, and loved ones. And look at what you have done to them. All because you were a coward, because you ran from your curse instead of facing it. When you turned your back on your father, Zinbel, you turned your back on the gods and let the darkness wreak havoc on your people.
Au. Ja, da bin ich schlecht in den Kampf reingegangen. Karneval in Köln. Ja, so ungefähr, ne? Au! Ich war noch in Reichweite. Scheiße.
Get up quick! Finish this! Finish! She's hurt. She's injured. She won't make it. She's injured. She's not gonna make it. Focus! Focus! Don't give up. It's nearly over. Finish this. You're too slow. She finished him.
Ich mag das Kampfsystem schon sehr.
Who is it? Galena. Where are you?
Do you hear, Senua?
It's definitely her.
Do you hear the voice of your mother, Galena? She calls for you, Senua. Go to her. Answer her pitiful call.
The darkness took her life, and it will take yours.
Mother! I need you! Help me!
Darkness is
You're both dead. You both surrendered to the voices.
When your dear beloved mother was powerless against the darkness when it came for her. She too had a sight. She too doubted the gods and let the darkness infest her. But she didn't run. She escaped the only way she knew how. She gave her life to the gods. If only you had done the same, the world would have been spared this horror. It's not too late. She's calling for you. Why don't you join her?
Focus is courage. It's coming back. She's going to die.
No, she isn't.
She needs to focus.
She's weak. She's so weak. She's so weak. They can see you're weak.
Ja, der ist geglitscht hier.
Finish this. End it now.
Oh, shit, woher kam der denn angesprungen, ey?
Quickly get up. She's hurt. She's injured. She won't make it. Watch out! Anticipate. She's injured. She can still do it. She can still do it. He's down. Finish it. Finish it. Quickly. It's not over. It's not over. She can do it. Keep going. Watch out.
So, hier ist jetzt mal rum. Okay, vielleicht nein, ist es nicht.
He's a better fighter.
Defend yourself.
Okay. Au, 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 au.
Get up quick.
Fresse bekommen vom anderen Kollegen.
She's hurt. She won't make it. It's not over. It's not over.
Au. Ein bisschen nice. Au.
This far, she needs to keep going.
Hier, raus.
She's injured. She's not gonna make it. End it. End it now. This is nearly the end. That's it. She's hurt behind you.
Au.
Watch out.
Don't give
Au.
up. Don't give up.
So.
Finish this. Finish. Too slow. Too slow.
Ach so. Irgendwer noch Fresse? Irgendeiner. Ja, da kommen sie ja wieder.
He can breathe. Take him down. Take him down. Get him down. Behind you. Behind you. He's finished. Defend yourself. Nobody cares.
Komm schon.
It's not over. It's not over. You can do it. Keep going. Do it. You're close. She's hurt. She's injured. She won't make
Bei
it.
dir. auf.
She's injured. She can still do it.
Au, nein, nein. Oh. Zu schnell hintereinander auf die Fresse bekommen. Muss ich jetzt den gesamten Kampf nochmal machen oder nur die...
Surprise him.
Can't do it.
Oh.
Quickly get up. They're coming. She can still do it. Defend yourself. Stop. It's not over. It's not over. Focus. Focus.
So,
She finished it.
so. Erster Boy durch.
He's too fast. It's nearly over. Finish it. There's another one. Be ready. He can defend himself. Keep going.
Au.
Quickly get up.
Jetzt gewechselt.
She's injured. She's not gonna make it. She's hurt. She won't make it. Ended it.
Ah. Ich hab nicht gehört, dass der
Get up quick.
angreift. Komm schon, steh auf.
He's
Senua.
down. Finish behind you. She's injured. She can still do it.
Au. Warum bist du nicht hinten gerutscht? Dankeschön.
She knows what to do.
Remember the warrior trials.
She's hurt. She's injured. She won't make it.
Get out of the way. Ignore the pain.
So, durch. Au, 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 au. Komm schon endlich auf die Fresse.
It's not over. It's not over. Keep going.
Ah, nein.
It's not over. It's not over.
Mann, ey.
Go. It's nearly over. Finish it.
So, nächster Kollege. Oh ne.
Take him down. Take him down now.
So, jetzt die Frage, wer kommt zuerst dran? Ich glaube, du hier.
Surprise him.
Okay. Der zuerst hier.
Remember your training.
Au, au. Ja, da hätte ich ausweichen müssen. Das Gute an dem Schildfutzi
She's
ist,
injured. She's not gonna make it. She's injured. She can still do it.
die macht meistens nicht so viel. Oh.
Too slow. Focus. Focus now. He's down. Finish it. Strike him.
Oh. Gerade wohl gespeichert.
Why do you still fight on? Maybe you too should suffer with your brethren in this rot and let your blood seep into the seas and the rivers of hell. Isn't that what you deserve after all you've done?
Oh. Nein. Komm. Aufstehen. Senua, steh auf.
Give the darkness what it wants, let it swallow your soul and destroy all that you are. Why are you fighting for someone who is already dead? Just look around you. What hope is there for him, even if his soul could be rescued? Do you think he'd thank you for what you have done to him, to his friends, to his father?
Oh. Nein.
So weak they can sniff.
Aufstehen.
She's hurt. She's injured. She won't make it.
Au. Ah, ich bin doch aus... Gar. Ah, unser Lebensbalken ist nicht mehr so lang. Und vor allem, wir müssen die gesamte Section anscheinend, glaube ich, nochmal machen. Oh, das ist jetzt nur noch der letzte Doppelachs-Fuzzi.
Why do you still fight on? Maybe you too should suffer with your brethren in this rot and let your blood seep into the seas and the rivers of hell. Isn't that what you deserve after all you've done? Give the darkness what it wants, let it swallow your soul and destroy all that you are. Why are you fighting for someone who is already dead?
Au.
Just look around you. What hope is there for him, even if his soul could be rescued? Do you think he'd thank you for what you have done to him, to his friends, to his father?
Oh, Au.
can do this. Make it. Go again. Down. End it. End it. Now. This is nearly the end. You're stronger than me. Focus.
Au!
There's blood.
Jetzt nochmal geändert. Los, wir nehmen.
She's injured. She can still do it.
Au! Dar. Zieht sich halt schon davon. Ja, der zieht sich massiv. Und wenn wir jetzt verkacken, darf man den ganzen Spaß von vorne nochmal machen. Aber wenn das dieser Rod, wenn er meinen Kopf erreicht, dann ist durch.
Why do you still fight on? Maybe you too should suffer with your brethren in this rot and let your blood seep into the seas and the rivers of hell. Isn't that what you deserve after all you've done? Give the darkness what it wants and let it swallow your soul and destroy all that you are. Why are you fighting for someone who is already dead? Just look around you. What hope is there for him, even if his soul could be rescued? Do you think he will thank you for what you have done to him, to his friends, to his father?
Oh. Oh. Warum kann er plötzlich wieder...
She's hurt. She won't make it. End it. End it. Now. This is nearly the end.
Ende hast du jetzt schon seit einer Weile gesagt. Aber anscheinend ist es jetzt wirklich das Ende. Oh, fucking endlich.
You're both dead. You both surrendered to the voices. The darkness has taken you. Galena and Senua. Galena and Senua.
Das war gerade noch ein bisschen viel kämpfen.
You are lost. There's nothing you can do. You're dead.
Ich muss sterben.
Dead. Mother and daughter dead in the sea of corpses. The voices took her and they'll take you too.
The voices have taken her. The voices will take you.
Surrender to the darkness. It's the end. The end for you.
Und Augustus meinte, ich glaube, ich soll was wieder was trinken. Das werden wir gleich tun. Ah, will ich in ihrer Stelle halt auch tun.
I can't fight it anymore. Not on my own. Where are you, Mother? I want to be with you.
That night, she gave up on her world to follow in the footsteps of her mother, to go to a place where the darkness couldn't reach her.
Senua. Look at me.
Do you hear them? They're calling for me.
We've lost so many. And I've lost my father. I can't lose you.
You said it. I have blood on my hands.
I didn't say that. You've done nothing wrong.
Symbol was right. Everyone will suffer.
Symbol is a fake. He is a hateful, bitter liar. He's poison. And his words still haunt you. Who do you trust? Him? Or me? Do you still believe in me, Senua? In us? Come back to me. Please. Don't let this darkness come between us.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. He gave her the sword with which to fight in more ways than one. And she gave him her word, never to surrender. All she needed was a little help, a little hope.
Es ist so krass, wie hier zwischen potenziell vorgerenderter Grafik und Spielgrafik hin und her gewechselt wird. Und jetzt einfach gerade bei dem Zoom auf ihr Gesicht so viele Details zu sehen waren, dass es halt... What the hell? So krass.
I'm here to help you. Senua. We're back. We found her. We found you. We thought we lost you. Where have you been? Here she is. Don't worry. We're here to help you. You don't have to do this on your own anymore.
Ich frag mich, wer die Stimmen sind.
We were worried. We're here to help you. You need us. So worried. Silence is lonely. We didn't know where you'd gone. We're here to help you. Worry.
Weil sie wirklich helfen.
Trust us. Trust us. Senua, it's us. We won't leave you. Hello. Don't leave us. We're here to stay. She needs us. She needs us. She needs our help. She always does.
Ja, ist eine gute Frage.
We found you. Here she is. We're back.
Ich glaube, sie glaubt, dass sie schuldig ist.
We'll look after you. Don't worry. We'll make sure you're safe. She's safe now. You're always safe with us. She has us. There's a door. You can do it. You can see it. Come on, Senua.
Go away. I'm not listening.
Sie scheint mir aber nicht besonders schuldig. Ich hätte es ein bisschen erwartet, dass ich irgendwo auch hier das Gesicht ihrer Mutter nochmal finde. Und Hallo Killer Yogi, wie geht's denn? Gut, da würde ich jetzt gerne wissen wollen, inwiefern die Dinge reale Einbildung sind. Nee, noch nicht durch. Ich glaube, wir brauchen nochmal. Also entweder machen wir es heute dann noch fertig, ja, bis nächste Stunde. Oder wir brauchen nochmal einen 4. Stream. Aber schön, dass du da bist, wie geht's denn? Ja, sie ist. Also sie ist ja schon hier in der Unterwelt. Ansonsten könnte sie dieses Schwert nicht finden, sonst gäbe es diese Monster nicht. Sonst würden diese Rätsel hier nicht funktionieren.
I will tell you of a great hero named Sigurd, son of Sigmund, no less. Born after his father's death, Sigurd is cared for by the dwarf Rain. But Rain does not love the boy. Instead, he plans to use him for his own ends. You see, Rain's father possessed a great treasure given to him by the gods. But Rain's brother, Fafnir, killed his father and took the gold all for himself. Fafnir hid the treasure out on a heath and could not leave it. And from the evil in his heart, he turned into a dark creature. A dragon.
Wir haben gerade das Schwert bekommen, wieder. Oder was heißt das wieder? Also wir haben gerade das Schwert bekommen, Kram, und sind jetzt hier haben den Kampf jetzt in dieser Höllenwelt durchgemacht. Der war echt viel Pain. Du siehst am Arm, da haben wir echt viel verloren. Okay. Kommt überall nicht lang. Oder? Achso, da drüben hätte ich auch runterspringen können, vermutlich. Ja. Aber wenn sie das als eine Art Sichtfolie über der Realität ist. Schauen. Ah ja, ich muss es vermutlich nicht nochmal sagen, aber ich tue es trotzdem nochmal. Bitte, nicht spoilern, ne? Das hier ist so eine krasse Geschichte, das darf gerne noch ungespoilert hier durchgehen.
What is it? She can feel it. No. Don't open the door. Don't go in. Don't turn back. What's in there?
A great beast guards Helheim. Garm is its name, and it knows you are here, Senua. It can smell your stink. What are you afraid of, Senua? How will you save Dillion if you are too much of a coward to step into the shadows?
They can't stop me.
Then do it! The beast is stalking you from the shadows. Your sword is useless here.
Okay. Schauen, wo wir es lang gehen. Da hinten lang. Oder da hinten. Ich würde sagen, wir rennen mal geradeaus weiter.
Don't be fooled. The beast is still here. No. It's a trick.
Mother, do you hear that?
Don't fall for it.
It's me, Senua. So loud.
It's not her.
So full of hate.
It's a trap.
I just want to help them. Tell me what to do. Your father wants them to go away. And he only hurts me to silence them. But he's gone now.
But they always come back. He says I will die if I go with them. They say that I'm already dead.
No,
They want me with them.
stop.
That's why they crawl through the walls.
Don't listen
Do you
to them.
see them? Do you see their faces?
He's coming. Senua, help me. Help! Get me out of here! Don't go!
Where has she gone? She's disappeared again.
She shouldn't be here. She escaped the darkness. She took her own life to escape it.
She can't remember when it started.
Okay,
When
wieder
her
Runen
mother
finden.
lost her smile. Her eyes gazing past her towards a world she could not see. This is what happens if you reach for the underworld, he said. It was a lot to take in for a child. And the first time she felt the cold chill of fear. I don't talk much about her father, Sinbel. I suppose I just didn't want to risk upsetting her. But it doesn't matter now, does it?
Oh shit, das ist eine Fackel. Okay, nein, nein, nein. Ich glaube, das ist keine gute Idee. Da gehen jetzt bloß die Fackel aus. Und da tauche ich in Wasser rein. Und, weiß nicht, ich finde, es ist nicht so eine gute Idee. Geht immer nur von einer Seite auf. Ich finde das sehr unpraktisch. Nein, ich will eigentlich, dass du hier machst. So duster ist, ey. Ja, gut. Hier ist auch nochmal so ein Fackelbehälter. Das sieht ja gut an. Was ist denn hier? Einfach mal hier alle Fackeln an. Es kann nur helfen, würde ich so behaupten.
She can sense it. She's lighting the torch. It's not gonna help her. She's lighting the torch. Wait. Send.
Oh.
You can do this. Focus. Okay. He's gone. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No. Oh.
The mirror.
Focus is coming back.
Take him down. Take him down now.
Focus now.
So.
You can't go anywhere without your light.
Take the torch and move.
So. Okay. Feuer wieder. Hier mal auch an. Überall Fackeln anmachen.
Hidden in plain sight. She has it. You have it. Who's the next? Two more to fight. I can feel it. Two more to fight. Why are you
Okay.
these pointless
Ist die Frage noch, wo sind noch zwei Mia?
What have you collected when there's nothing behind the door?
Save Dillian.
The door is just another trial.
It's just another trick.
Ne,
Distract her from
da
her real mission.
vermute ich nicht durch.
You think you know, but you don't.
Your mother is... You don't know anything. Or is she?
And Dillian is dead.
Aber Yogi, wie geht's dir denn? Schön, dass du da bist. Und sieht man sich dann eigentlich auf der Gangbench in Hamburg? Ich glaube, es führt tatsächlich keinen Weg von vorbei, aber ich muss in dieses Wasser hier rein. Oh, warte, ich kann nach oben.
Her torch is going out.
No, it's not. It's gonna run out soon.
She hasn't got much time.
Out. She's too slow. It's not going to burn out.
The darkness will come again.
I would like to kill her.
Ah,
She has it.
She did it. She's done it. Well done.
This place. It reminds her of the isolating, suffocating darkness that she lived through as a young girl.
gerade gehen wir einfach nur Füße hoch. Oh, das ist gut.
Imprisoned in her room at night.
Was gab's Leckeres?
The faces in the dark, coming through the walls. She once thought everyone could see them. I mean, that's what children say all the time, isn't it? That there are monsters in the dark. By the time she realized that only she could see them, her father, Zinbel, could see the monster in her.
Fleisch mit Fleisch und dazu Pommes. Hört sich solide an. Nichts Dolles, aber lecker. Außerdem habe ich Hunger. Ich glaube, ich muss halt da echt jetzt in dieses Wasser rein. Ich bin von dieser Idee gar nicht begeistert. Ich glaube, es muss sein. Ja. Hier durch. Ich hoffe, die Fackel bleibt an. Irgendwas sagt mir, die Fackel bleibt nicht an.
She'll have to go under.
She can't.
She has to. The torch will go out.
Don't. Don't.
She has. She can do it.
She can't do it.
The light's gone out. Run! Run! Get through it as quick as you can. The panic is here.
What was that?
Alright.
Run. Run and get to the light to get to the light. Stop! Stop! Stop!
Stay. I'll stay there. Stay in the light.
You have to rest here or you'll die.
Okay, ich glaube,
She's stuck. She hasn't found the room.
dann einfach darüber.
Get to the next light.
Let's go quickly. Run!
Look. Fire.
drüben. Das Feuer. Und meldet. Ja, das Ding ist, ich bin nicht so begeistert von dieser Dunkelheit, diesem Monster in der Dunkelheit, uns durch ekliges Wasser warten lassen. Alles nicht so Ideen, die so auf meiner To-Do-Liste stehen, muss ich zugeben.
Rain the Dwarf's sole desire is to possess this dragon's accursed treasure, and he uses Sigurd to reclaim it. He tells Sigurd the story of Fafnir's gold, and the good-hearted hero promises to slay the dragon if Rain would forge a strong sword for him. Sigurd remembers that his father once possessed a sword given to him by Odin. Odin broke the sword to bring about Sigmund's death, but Sigurd's mother still has the pieces. And so Rain reforges the famous sword. Sigurd uses the sword first to avenge his father, and then he and Rain go in search of Fafnir.
Ah, hier, Spiegelung.
Do you feel it? The beast is crawling into your mind, searching for weakness.
Die Gambit in Hamburg.
And used her to trap you in here.
Bist du da?
Did you see her die? I don't remember. I was only 5. They told me she escaped the darkness, that she's with the gods. But what if they lied? What if the darkness took her and trapped her here?
The dragon Fafnir is so large and deadly that it would be impossible to kill him face to face. But each day, Fafnir crawls across the heath to find water. So Sigurd digs a pit in the dragon's path and lies in wait in it. When Fafnir slithers overhead, Sigurd sinks his sword into the dragon up to the hilt. Sigurd leaps from the pit, and Fafnir sees his killer. He warns Sigurd that the treasure will lead to his death, as it led to the death of all who owned it. Sigurd replies that death comes to all men, and every man would want to be wealthy until that day. And he takes the treasure.
War schon irgendwie richtig. Alle sterben und irgendwie reich stirbt sich aber irgendwie angenehmer. Da ist schon irgendwie Wahrheit dahinter.
It's a trap. The beast is coming.
Oh. Das sieht groß aus.
Run away from the beast! He let you have for nothing!
What have you done?
No! No!
You've lost it. It's over.
The darkness is back. You've lost him. You've lost him. Get it out! Get to the light!
Without his head, you will never bring his soul back. His fate is sealed. Now it can see you at your weakest. The time you suffered as a child at the hands of your father Sinno while you pined for Dillion. Do you remember that darkness, Senua? The beast is bringing it back.
spreading. Father's keeping me away from the others. Away from Teil. I won't give up. I'm not going to rot in here. I'm going to find Teil.
Okay. Komm mal, das kriegen wir doch irgendwie hin. Was können wir da denn nehmen? Da unten liegt irgendwo dieser Kopf jetzt. Ich glaube nicht, dass wir das noch heute schaffen. Es fühlt sich nicht an, als wäre das jetzt nur noch 40 Minuten. Aber gut, dass es hier scheinbar zu hell ist. Für das Viech.
The beast is down there. No. She knows the beast is down there. Why is she keep going towards him? He's always
Where are you watching you?
The beast is there. You're safe from him. You can feel.
Ich finde es so gut, wie die Stimmen die ganze Zeit.
She needs to find it. She lost it and she has to find it. Feel it. Is it? Find it. The torch, a light.
Ah. Okay, das ist ein bisschen hier. Au. Oh. Ach, der war natürlich jetzt ein Schatten und damit nicht schlagbar. Au. Hm.
The mirror. He's built it. It's building.
und durch. Ah. Gegen diese Doppelachsfuzis ist der Kampf schon echt anstrengend. So. Das ist die Frage. Geht das hier weiter? Irgendwo hier sollte ich ein R sehen können. Ich sehe kein R. Ich hätte doch irgendwo weiterkommen sollen. Hey, hier ist... Ah, hier. Und dann sehe ich das auch von da drüben. Raido R. Fahrt oder Wagen. Ich kann einfach weiter unbedeutend Jetskis und stört, ja, macht das. Ist okay. Sogar schon eine Fackel. Ah, ja.
Her father tried to help her,
But she wouldn't listen.
he was doing his best. She never,
Mal kurz mal zurückgehen, mal schauen, ob irgendwas für... Ja, nichts übersehen.
Trying to save her from the darkness. Zinbel was right. Zinbel was trying to save her from the darkness.
Well, Sinbel was being a dick about it, so...
And now everybody is dead.
because of her. It's with her fault. All her fault. Weak.
Also ich meine, selbst wenn er sie retten wollte...
She should have. Why doesn't she learn? Will she learn?
hat er es auf eine Weise getan,
Now the
wie ein
darkness
Vater
has
nicht mit seiner
Dillian's.
Tochter
And it will take it
umgehen sollte.
and never give it back.
She can search and search, but she will never find it.
She's let the darkness in. It's the end.
The darkness will take her like it took her mother.
She can't resist. Pointless even trying to retrieve it. She's lost.
Where is she going? She's got to go deeper to find it.
Although Sigurd kills the dragon, Rayan wants to keep Fafnir's gold all for himself. Rayan also wants the strength and wisdom of the dragon, so he drinks its blood and asks Sigurd to roast Fafnir's heart for him. Sigurd does so, but when he touches the roasted heart to see if it is done, he burns his finger. Without thinking, he licks his finger and tastes the dragon's blood. In that moment, he understands the language of birds and hears them talk nearby.
She's falling for
She
it.
falls for their tricks every time.
Plays into his hands.
The darkness is coming. She was never here. It's just a dream.
Die letzte Stele dazu.
Memories against her.
So clear though. She was never here.
It was all an illusion.
What's she doing?
She's lighting a torch.
She's making light. She's making a fire.
She's got light on the other side.
She'll be safe. What's her plan? What's she thinking? How's she going to get there?
Is she thinking? So.
Sigurd's newfound power lets him hear the birds speak. And they say, Sigurd should eat the heart himself. Rain wants Fafnir's gold. Sigurd should kill Rain before Rain kills him. Sigurd should find Brynhild, the Valkyrie, who sleeps an enchanted sleep. Sigurd heeds the bird's advice. He kills Rain, eats Fafnir's roasted heart, and takes Fafnir's treasure. And he embarks on a new quest. To ride to Hinderfell and find Brynhild, the Valkyrie.
Okay, dann schauen wir mal, wo er seine Quest hinbringt. Wir gehen da hier durch.
Faster, faster, keep going, keep going. Stop!
Get through, have to it.
Get up! Get up! What are you doing?
Gut, dass wir da schon vorhin sind. Ich will gar nicht wissen, was passiert, wenn wir durchgegangen wären. Ohne.
Stop! Stop! Keep going.
Ohne dass wir da eine Fackel hingestellt hätten. So, und jetzt sollten wir hier einen wunderbaren kombinierten Schatten haben. Bämst. Hier aufmachen.
Dillian. She can't help but think of him. A tender guiding flame in a world so black. The longer it burned, the more she convinced herself that there was nothing beyond its reach. How little separates us from what we fear.
She has to. Keep the torch alight.
Sigurd learns that Brynhild had once disobeyed Odin, and so he had her punished, stuck her with a sleep thorn, and put her body within a rampart of burning shields. Only a man who knew no fear would ever reach her. But like me, Sigurd is fearless and passes through the flames, just as I did, and wakes the sleeping warrior girl. She teaches him the secret wisdom of runes, namely victory runes, ship runes, runes for persuasion, runes for truth, runes for healing and help, runes for perception and power. Like Sigurd, the greatest young warrior of the North, you must learn the secrets of the runes to fight amongst the gods in hell.
Alright. Das heißt, unser Augustus, der könnte schon mitkämpfen. Der kennt schon die Runen. So, außerdem könnt ihr jetzt auch mitkämpfen, und zwar in der Arena. Wenn ihr jetzt Ausrufezeichen Fight in den Chat eingebt, dann könnt auch ihr mitkämpfen. Okay. Ganz knapp. Fast ausgegangen. Bloß wirklich verbrennen hier. Arschlöcher.
You're not taking it from me.
Oh mein Gott.
Senua. I can smell
No!
you betrayed your god.
I am leaving with him.
Turn your back on me. That is why Dillion will rot in hell. Come into my shadow.
We're winning.
Hä, warum? Ich hab doch... Ey, ich bin doch ausgewichen. Okay, ich darf wohl... Ich muss wohl später ausweichen. Das war einfach, was ich dachte. Und Basic World, vielen Dank für dein Host. Ich hatte wieder heute abgeschaltet.
People think of evil as an unnatural, invisible force, and so invoke the gods for protection. But evil can come from the hand behind the gods. A familiar hand, cold and cruel. He tried to fix her with his rituals, kept her trapped in that hole. She couldn't say which was worse. The darkness. Or the monster that her father had become. She couldn't fight them both. And so she left. Headed for the one ray of light that shone down on her. If she had stayed, she wouldn't have survived. Maybe Dillion would still be alive.
I'm so sorry, my love.
She will save his soul. Even if this time she can't save her own.
Forgive me, Senua. I know you have no reason to trust me anymore.
Listen.
But believe this. It was my mission to make you hate. To hate the darkness with a passion so great it would focus your mind on this quest. For without it, I fear you would let those slack. All this time, I wanted to protect you from the truth that would have destroyed you a long time ago. But you have conquered your darkness at every turn. You deserve to see behind the veil of darkness.
Then take me to the mountain.
To trust him.
As deep as we can go.
I won't stand in your way.
She has to trust him.
You will not survive what is in there.
I know.
Also Augustus, vielen Dank für den Fun Fact. Base Life World. Nochmal herzlich willkommen und vielen Dank für den Host. Schön, dass ihr da seid. Ich hoffe, ihr habt Spaß. Ich hoffe, ihr hattet einen guten Stream und wir spielen gerade, wie ihr sehen könnt, Hellblade, Senua Sacrifice. Wir sind schon ziemlich weit, tatsächlich. Könnte irgendwo bei 3/4, 2/3 irgendwo sein. Ich denke aber nicht, dass wir es heute noch fertig kriegen. Ah ja. Genau. Auf jeden Fall super spannend, super packend und...
Mother, I won't let the darkness trick me again.
Genau, ich bin Raid nicht
I know
mitbekommen.
you're safe with
Bei
the
den
gods.
Hosts.
I can feel Hella's gaze, searching for secrets inside of me. Secrets that even I can't see. I'm not here to fight my past. I'm here for Dillion. I will fulfill my vow, whatever the cost.
She must fight. She must bargain with him. Fight. She has to fight. That's what she finds.
Ich habe die Alerts ausgeschaltet.
Ella, it's the only way. Now she has evidence. She can do it.
Und genau, einfach weil die Stimmung hier, die will ich nicht ruinieren, indem plötzlich hier kein Alert-Sound daherkommt. Das wäre nicht irgendwie weird.
Ella is powerful. She must.
Und da geht's richtig lang. Und für die Leute, die nicht mitbekommen haben, was denn gerade gemeint war mit dem Funfact von Augustus, er schrieb: Kleiner Funfact, für den ich gerade gestolpert bin: Epona ist die Kelchgöttin der Huftiere.
The Northmen say the world will come to an end. They call this Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. First, there will be a terrible winter, 3 years long. Then, mankind will turn on itself. Brothers will fight each other to the death, and people will forget what they owe their kindred. Times will be hard. Crimes will be great. It will be an age of axes and swords. The wind will blow through abandoned halls. Wolves will walk where children played. The world will fall into ruin.
She's strong enough.
Wie wird denn Ragnarok sonst übersetzt?
Fight. She must. We believe in you, Senua. She can't. Ella has defeated.
Ah, ich werde nie wieder kämpfen.
Do it again. Ella is all powerful.
No one defeats
Did you ever think you would get this?
muss den Teil reparieren. Und aus einem anderen Winkel den anderen Teil. Ich dachte, ich muss das gleichzeitig alles. Ja.
Behind you!
Focus.
It's nearly over. Finish it.
He's too fast.
Oh, das ist der Laser.
Get up quickly.
Okay, ich kenne nämlich Ragnarok auch als ganz oft als Götterdämmerung. Au.
She's hurt. She won't make it. Oh. Take him down. Take him down. Get him down.
Took him down.
How will she do it? What will she do?
Ich sehe doch, dass dort gekämpft wird.
How's she going to find his natural soul? How does that keep us?
So, die Musik haben die einfach nur geil gespielt. Allgemein, das gesamte Sounddesign ist so verdammt awesome bei dem Spiel. Deswegen bin ich so froh. Also ich finde es auch richtig, richtig wichtig, hier mit Kopfhörern zu spielen und nicht einfach so mit Lautsprechern. Weil Kopfhörer nochmal so viel hinzufügen. Dieses ganze Geflüster, das du die ganze Zeit hörst. Mehreren Stimmen.
She can see it.
Wie sich gegenseitig widersprechen. Dagegen ins Wort fallen. Die ist so gut, ey.
It's too dangerous.
She's done it before.
She can't fix it.
She's done it before.
She can. She can. She'll do it again. How will she do it?
There must be a
Senua,
way.
you have to try. Get to the gate.
She'll never make it.
She can see it.
The bridge.
She can't cross the bridge.
It's broken. She has to fix it.
It's too dangerous.
She's done it before. You have to fight her.
Be powerful.
The final battle.
Get his soul back. It's the final task.
Yes, it is. This isn't just a broken bridge, is it? Mother, you showed me how to see further. To see the hidden wonders in our world and explore new paths into the unknown. To lead so that others may follow, or to warn so that they may avoid. That is our gift and our duty. I'm not going to look away in fear anymore.
The Northmen say
Ach, die
the
Nachbarn.
gods will fight their last battle at Ragnarok. Their watchmen will blow the horn that can be heard through the whole world. And Odin will speak with the severed head of Mimir, which gives him good counsel. The land of the giants will thunder with the sound of their army on the move. The gods will assemble. The dwarves will leave their stones. The frost giants will come from the east. The Midgard serpent will turn up the waves. Eagles will scream and tear at the corpses with their yellow beaks. The ship of the dead will set sail.
Okay. Hier was? Das Pferd, das passt auch, weil hier hängen überhaupt, ich glaube, es können Pferdeköpfe sein.
She can do it.
She can do it.
She can still see the secrets of the gods. She's instinctively so special. She must see. She has the sight. She can
Ich
see.
weiß nicht, was ich hier machen kann. Aus irgendwelchen Gründen kann ich da lang gehen. Das muss einen Grund haben.
There's an illusion. She's found a way. There's a way. She can see it. She must align herself. She can do it. There's the door.
Darum.
She aligns herself. It's there.
Die Stimmen sind so gut. Die begleiten mich seit Anfang an.
The Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the gods will face a ship full of their foes, which Loki has steered to Asgard. It carries the fire giants, the wolf that will eat the sun, and all kinds of dark creatures. Surt will join them with his sword of fire. The cliffs will crash, trolls will walk the land, men will tread the road to hell, and the heavens will split open.
Well, Surt will have a hard time walking. He's dead. Killed him. Don't you remember? We killed him. So, wir machen schon die Tür auf. Was offen ist, ist offen. Was ist hier los? Kämpfen hier wieder. Da habe ich ja fett auf die Fresse bekommen. Au, da war ich noch in Reichweite. Ich hätte das nicht erwartet.
She's injured. She can still do it. She's injured. She's not gonna make it. He's down. Finish. Finish. Get out of the way. Focus. Defend yourself. She finished. Focus. It's the only way.
So, durch. Loki hat eigentlich kein Recht mehr zu. Sonst hat sich die Strafe selbst eingebrockt. Ach, Loki halt, ne? Das ist der God of Mischief. meinst du? Schauen wir mal, was da oben ist. Das ist bestimmt nochmal eine Stelle, die Dinge erzählt.
The Northmen said each god will do battle at Ragnarok. Odin will fight the monstrous wolf and be killed, but his son will avenge him and plunge his sword into the heart of the beast. Freyr will face Surt, but he had given his sword away for love, and without it, he cannot defend himself against the flames. Thor will smite the Midgard serpent to no avail. The sun will grow black, the earth will sink into the sea, the stars will disappear, fire and water will meet, steam will shoot up, flames will play against the sky, the heavens and earth and all the world will be burned, all the gods will be dead, and the warriors of Valhalla and the people everywhere. Senua, prepare yourself for Ragnarok, for it is nigh.
Ja, seltsam, ne? Das habe ich ja auch mal gewundert. Da habe ich einen der Klassenlieblinge in den Tod geführt. Die Leute dachten sich so schade. Aber die haben sich nicht bei mir beschwert. Die haben gesagt, oh, ist okay, der Typ.
Behind you!
Au. Ah, shit. Gerade im falschen Moment angegriffen.
She's hurt. She's injured. She won't make it. It's not over. It's not over. Stop them. Finish this. End it now. He's finished. She's hurt. She won't make it.
Ich musste rechnen, dass ich gerade langsamer bin.
You're close.
Au.
Go. Run away. Get up quickly. It's not over. It's not over. Keep going. She's hurt. She won't make it. She's injured. She can focus now.
gerade dodgen. Komm schon. Steh auf.
It's coming back.
Au. Kam jetzt einer von hinten. Das finde ich gar nicht so gut. Noch irgendwer Fragen? Der da hat noch Fragen.
She's there. The path to hell. I can sense her. She's getting closer. She's going to die. She's getting... Wait.
Au.
If she sacrifices herself, she sacrifices us. I don't want to die. Stop. Turn back. It's too dangerous.
Das ist ganz einfach. Ich muss halt noch arbeiten. So. Au. Oh no, they are coming. Au. Komm. Oh, schön, dass du da bist, Veggie. Wie geht's dir denn? Die Götter sind sonst weitergegangen, haben sie gebeten. Ja, das gab's vorhin noch. Wurde vorhin noch schön erzählt. Ja. Deswegen haben sie ihm hier eine Schlange auf die Brust gesetzt. Au.
He's gone. It's nearly over. Finish it.
Au.
She's hurt. She won't make it. End it now. This is nearly the
Ja, ich hab's gerade gehört.
Focus now. Get up quickly. Get up. Focus. Focus now. You finished it. She's scared. Defend yourself. Nobody cares. Get up. She's going to die. Take him down. She's injured. She's not going to make it too well. It's not over. It's not over. You can do it. Keep going.
Au, warum? Ja, da lag ich. Ich gerade ein
She's
bisschen
injured.
holen.
She can still do it. Look behind. She's hurt. She's injured. She won't make it. Get out. She's here. The
So,
path to Hella.
endlich.
I can sense her. Where is she going?
Ja, es ist einfach schon zu spät.
Closer to Hella. She's going to die. I'm scared. Wait. What happens when she dies? What happens to me when she dies?
Die Stimme gerade so
I
gut.
don't want to die.
What happens to me if she dies? Und hallo
She
Ripper.
sacrifices herself. She's
Wait,
what?
what happens when she dies?
What happens to us?
What happens to us?
We die too.
Do we die too?
We
I
die
don't want
too.
to die.
I don't want to.
We'll all die someday.
I don't want to die.
And when everyone's gone, even the gods will die.
I don't want to die. We don't want to die.
I don't want to die.
Senua, stop. Turn back.
Stop. Stop her. Why is she keeping on going? Stop. Senua, stop.
Senua,
What
stop.
happens to us?
Die Stimme ist sonst so gut.
Stop her.
Why would she stop to die? She won't stop. 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 I don't want to die.
I'm sorry. I didn't ask you to be a part of me. If you don't want to die with me, then leave me alone.
I don't want to die. Please stop. 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 You'll never come back if you go there.
There is nothing to go back to.
We only have each other now. Don't abandon me.
Everyone suffers. They were right about me.
Listen to me, not them. They were afraid, like children scared of the dark.
So was I.
They made up monsters to fill the void. That doesn't make them real.
They made them real.
No!
Follow your soul and let go of the Senua of old. For there lies your weakness, and the darkness will find it.
Ja, der Fasching.
It's not like the old stories, is it? The noble warrior facing evil in search of victory and honor. Clear dividing lines. No. Oh, this place is not quite like that. It's as if it knows that true torment lies within. Memories you cannot defeat, cannot escape. This is her hell.
Ich bin gespannt, wie lange eigentlich das Spiel noch dauern würde jetzt. Es fühlt sich so an, als wären wir bald fertig.
Mother!
Don't see me like this. Turn away, Senua! Turn away, Senua!
Do you see it, Senua? Do you see the darkness? Faces of fear and suffering. I can see it.
I remember it clearly now.
She has nothing to fear anymore. The gods have saved your mother. Through my hand.
You killed her.
It is the will of the gods.
Fuck the gods! You did this to her! Why?
This is what happens when you listen to the voices of the underworld. They crawl into your soul and rot you from the inside. Defy the gods like your mother, and the darkness will come for you too. You understand, Senua?
I do understand. You cursed me with your own madness. I was just a child. You created this darkness! You created this darkness so you could hide behind it!
Only suffering brings salvation. It is the way of the gods.
It was all a lie. You are a lie! She didn't defy the gods. She defied you. And so you killed her.
You didn't pray to the gods. You prayed to your mother. Your mother, who was too weak to fight the darkness and abandoned you.
You tortured her. You killed her. You are the darkness.
Hallo neue Zuschauer. Ich werde euch nachher auch nicht begrüßen. Wir konzentrieren uns aber jetzt auf das Ende hier. Ich hoffe, ihr versteht das.
Those rituals, the years of isolation, the pain that still haunts you. It was the only way to fight the curse within you.
You're a liar.
The darkness is inside you and it will destroy you.
You're a liar!
No, Senua. The darkness is here. You cannot wish it away. And it will watch as you draw your last dying gasp.
I won't let you kill me. Ah! Watch out. Behind you.
Steh auf. Oh. Ah, komm. Au. Was? Warum? Geht auch hin, wo
I can see through
alles
your
stirbt.
darkness. You're a liar and a murderer. And if you really are Hela, then I have a sword here that can kill a god.
Also, hat doch wunderbar funktioniert, ey. Das Lied ist auch richtig geil, ey. Dieses bester Fight-Song, Mann. Und hallo, Neji, schön, dass du da bist.
Look at you. Running forward and moving backwards to wallow in your miserable past.
Ja.
You're making
Die
a
Arena
mistake
hat auf jeden
searching
Fall
for
auch ziemlich
God.
hart.
The same mistake that killed him in the first place.
Ich mag das Kampfsystem von dem Spiel. Das ist echt gut.
I'm trying to save you from
Vielleicht warst du besser.
yourself. You saw them that is a lie. The plague of darkness, the butchering of Teil by the Northmen. You saw it yourself.
You told everyone I was cursed. They believed you. I believed you.
Tell me, Senua, where is Dillian's soul if the darkness is alive? How you saved her?
He's here. I know he's here.
Komm schon.
Dillian, I know you're here. Hold on. I'll find you.
Nein. Nicht dieses Bild. Au. Ah, ich kann es... Ich kann es total schlecht lesen. Komm schon. Ach. Dieser... Der war so übel, ey.
Watch out.
Nicht weit reingesprungen? Nicht gut. Ich hasse es. So. Ernsthaft. Das war der schwerste Kampf überhaupt mit diesem scheiß Vogel Pokémon.
You're trying to trick me again with your lies. I know he's here. You took him from me. You have him.
Dillion is gone. Dillion is dead. Let him go now. I'm warning you.
Or what? What can you do to me that you haven't already? Fight me. Come on.
Oh.
You betrayed your own father. You betrayed the gods in search of Dillion, in search of love. Look where that's got you. Let go of your battle. Let go of redemption. Let go
Ow.
of Dillion.
Was soll das denn?
Don't let your darkness hurt anyone else.
Watch out.
Ich bin doch eigentlich gedodged. Autsch.
Let go of your battle.
So.
Let go of Dillion. You're going to die.
dodgen müssen.
You've done enough. Careful. You're going to die. You're killing yourself. Watch out.
Oh.
Behind you. Careful, Senua. Careful, Senua. Let go, Senua.
Ich finde gut, dass es immer diese Voice-Dinger gibt.
Stop. You watch out.
Au. Aber irgendwie kann ich es gerade nicht mehr gescheit zum Dodgen. Shoot. Und hallo, liebe Leute, schön, dass ihr da seid. Nein, bitte sag nicht, dass ich das jetzt verkackt habe. Mein Name ist Gerund, wir spielen gerade Hellblade, Senua Sacrifice. Wir sind am Ende. Entweder, weil ich gerade verkackt habe und zum letzten Mal gestorben bin, dass ich hätte dürfen. Oder weil das hätte so sein sollen. Ich werde euch gleich alle nochmal begrüßen. Wir konzentrieren uns jetzt auf das Spiel.
If you're alive, and there's no darkness, then you never took him from me, did you? And I can't save Dorian. Is that what you want me to believe? After all you've done to me? And to him? You're not a liar, but you're a liar! You crawled into me to confuse me and deceive me. But I know it's him. I know you have him. I'll give you my life. That's what you want, isn't it? My soul. Take it. I'll be a slave for you. I'll fight with you at Ragnarok. If you release him.
I learned the hard way to not be afraid of death, Senua. Because a life without loss is one without love. You turn your back on death, and all you can see is the shadow that it casts. The longer you hide from it, the longer the shadow grows until all you can see is darkness. When our time comes, we must look death in the eye and embrace it as a friend. Only then can we let go of our fear. And emerge from our darkness.
Never forget what it is like to see the world as a child, Senua. Every autumn leaf is like a work of art. Every rolling cloud a moving picture. Every day, a new story. We too emerge from this magic, like a wave from the ocean, only to return to the sea. Do not mourn the waves, the leaves, and the clouds. Even in darkness, the wonder and the beauty of this world never leaves us. It is always there, waiting to be seen again.
This is where my story once began. And so it has to end here. Because I cannot see further than this.
Follow us. We have another story to tell.
My friend, go with her. This now will be your story to witness.
It's hard to tell how mixed up you feel,
Right. Ich bin dezent verwirrt. Aber jetzt nochmal herzlich willkommen an alle neuen Zuschauer und Zuschauerinnen. Schön, dass ihr da seid. Mein Name ist Gerun. Wir haben gerade Hellblade Senua Sacrifice beendet. Wir spielen hier sonst ganz viele Indie-Games und spielen aber immer wieder so mal so ein Story-Game auch durch. Als nächstes wird es wohl Witcher 1 bis 3 sein. Das wird auch nur so eine Quest. Und genau. Vielen Dank auch für die Follows. Steve Hang. Auch da, vielen Dank für den Raid. Schön, dass du da warst. Sorry, dass ich dich nicht gescheit verabschieden konnte. Und ja. Und hallo E-Ranger auch. Ja, wenn ich nicht von Bannerlord hart unterbrochen werde. Es ist ein zweiter Teil angekündigt. Nee, das ist tatsächlich so. Ich weiß nicht, ob das so als Cliffhanger angedacht war. Aber ja. Ich glaube, es ist schon fertig gewesen, so als ein Teil. Ja, with Veggie, deswegen bin ich auch so ein bisschen. Habe ich ein bisschen Angst davor, weil man muss das mit dem Streamer-Faktor nehmen. Das ist irgendwie mal 1,5 Stunden, wenn du das hier machen willst. Brauchst du immer so ein bisschen länger. Hallo Easy, schön, dass du da bist. Freut mich da. Und ich weiß gerade nicht, warum du das T-Shirt jetzt gerade angekündigt hast, aber ja, ich plane gerade ein T-Shirt. Ich warte noch auf Bestellungen, dass man so ca. 20 zusammenbekommt. Ich glaube, ich habe jetzt 8 Bestellungen. Genau, das heißt, wir warten noch auf 12 weitere. Ich hoffe, euch gefällt das Motiv. Und genau. Und ja, alles an dem Spiel ist atemberaubend. Es sieht vor allem sehr beeindruckend aus. Die Kamerafahrten, der Wechsel zwischen den Zwischensequenzen und dem wieder Spielegrafik. Man merkt kaum was. Und ja. Und Neji, wenn du auf die Streambeans.io-Seite gehst, dann solltest du sehen, wie viele Bohnen du hast, und dann kannst du sie aus deinem Goldtopf abholen. So, und Generalstaatsanwalt, was nicht mehr gute Nacht zu schlafen, traum was Schönes. Genau. Und hallo Betty Bilou, schön, dass du da bist. Genau. Ich glaube, sonst hat ja kaum noch jemand geschrieben, aber schön, dass ihr alle da seid. Und E-Ranger, vielen Dank auch für vermutlich das Vermitteln von diesem Raid. Ich weiß gerade noch gar nicht, ob ich Steam Hang schon kannte. Das kann man sicher. Jetzt kannst du nicht mehr einschlafen. Ja. Genetische Schizophrenie hat, okay. Okay, wir werden uns gleich auch nochmal das Feature anschauen. Was hatten wir am Anfang des Streams? Ja, wirklich ist auch so ein. Ich habe vorhin gemerkt, wie hart mein Herz pumpt. Also wirklich, ich habe das gehört und gespürt. Ich habe zwischendrin mal kurz hier mal Puls gespürt. an meinem Handgelenk und dann richtig gehört. Das war halt richtig bam, bam, bam. So, dann schauen wir uns noch das Hellblade Feature an. Dann sollten wir aber auch so langsam Schluss machen. Genau. Die Musik wie im Kampf, das war super. Okay, wir schauen das jetzt.
Stormy seas and lost souls.
Who is it?
She's dreamt of this before.
It's coming.
Is it?
They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake? And we only see what our inner eye creates for us. Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people fear seeing the world through her eyes.
Yes, she's scared.
Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
Ich kann empfehlen, das auf jeden Fall selber zu spielen.
Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is a video game about Senua, a Celtic warrior on a vision quest into Viking territory. But what sets our hero Senua apart is that she suffers from severe psychotic mental illness.
He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching.
The original idea for Hellblade was to create a classic hero's journey, a journey of suffering, but one where the fantasy world is not another planet or alternate universe, but a world that is constructed in Senua's mind. But to do so would mean putting psychotic mental illness at the center of the experience, a subject that is still considered taboo, and a challenge that was both terrifying and exciting in equal measure. In Hellblade, the starting point was a newly discovered Celtic goddess called Senua in Ashwell, Hertfordshire. When first discovered, her name was thought to be Senua, a name which I liked and kept. I wondered if Senua might have been a Celtic warrior like Boudica, who stood up to the Romans. While the Romans had conquered all of Europe, there was a group of Celts up in the furthest reaches of the Roman Empire that could not be conquered, the Picts. And so the Romans built a wall, called Hadrian's Wall, that spans across Britain from sea to sea to keep the Pictish barbarians at bay. The Picts were known for their war paint, painted on with woad, and their matted hair clumped with lime. And so Senua would be a barbarian Pict in this image.
What's your name?
Senua,
I haven't seen you before.
I don't live home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait.
Orkney is off the coast of Scotland and was inhabited by the Picts, steeped in history and mystery, and so I made Orkney Senua's home and set the stage for a crisis. In the late 8th century, the first Vikings landed on the Orkney Islands. The population of the Picts crashed thereafter, replaced by the Norsemen of the 9th century. Were they wiped out? We don't know for sure, but it would seem likely given the reputation of the Vikings. The Northmen's brutality is legendary. High-ranking leaders and chieftains of the tribes they conquered were often offered as sacrifice to their gods. The most brutal of these sacrifices was known as the Blood Eagle. I imagine Senua as a young female warrior who returns home from exile to find her partner, Dillion, brutally sacrificed to a Norse god by these hellish warriors from a faraway land. I imagine the horror of this moment and how it would have dragged her deep into mental torment.
Was waren nochmal Wickelmänner?
I came to learn that the Celts had a sophisticated and nuanced perspective on the nature of mental disorder. One term they used was Gelt. A Gelt is a man or woman who has been driven mad by a curse, battle trauma, or grief. The Gelt would take to a life in the woods in search of penance, punishment, and purgation. And so Senua became a Gelt, cursed by darkness, looking for redemption in the wilds. Another word the Celts used in reference to mental disorders was truth, meaning fool, or
Liar.
one who utters the words of God. They tell of the mad sinner who flees battle into exile and takes on a beastly nature, growing feathers on his body. The character called Truth in Hellblade is based on a little-known person called Findan, an 8th century Irish Celt who was captured and enslaved by the Vikings, but eventually escaped to Orkney where he became a monk.
I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Upon meeting Senua, it would be his stories that fuel her quest deep into their world of gods.
The Northmen say the world will come to an end.
The sun will grow black, the earth will sink into the sea, the stars will disappear, fire and water will meet, flames will play against the sky.
The heavens and earth and all the world will be burned, all the gods will be dead, and the warriors of Valhalla and people everywhere.
Senua, prepare yourself for Ragnarok, for it is nigh.
So the stage was set for a new adventure, a journey into the Norse underworld called Hell, a vision quest fueled by madness and myth, a fantasy that was created by Senua's own mind, and one that we would experience through her eyes.
This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
To make a game about a warrior with psychotic mental illness as its central theme was fraught with danger. Mental illness such as psychosis is still taboo and rarely acknowledged in a century of cinema, never mind the new medium of games. Where it does feature, it often conflates psychosis and psychopathy associated with a lack of empathy. It is unfortunate that these two words sound so similar that they are used interchangeably in media. I must admit that I didn't have to look very far to discover my own ignorance of the subject. So we reached out to Paul Fletcher, psychiatrist and professor of health neuroscience at University of Cambridge.
Psychosis is a descriptive term, and it refers to having a loss of contact with objective reality. So it's characterized by two main sets of symptoms. One of them is hallucinations, where somebody experiences perceptions when there is no actual objective thing out there to perceive.
You're already dead. Who are you?
And the other is delusions, where somebody comes to very often bizarre, unpleasant, frightening beliefs when there's no good evidence in favor of them.
There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim, and the goddess Hela holds his soul there.
We reached out to Welcome, a biomedical research charity that spends billions on research and awareness programs aimed at improving health.
Mental health hasn't always been presented in the media in a way that is particularly helpful. It can be challenging to engage people with the subject matter, and there are a lot of preconceived ideas about mental health, and particularly schizophrenia and psychosis. So we hope our support allows the team to continue to collaborate with Paul Fletcher and with those who have experience of psychosis to create a game that provides a fresh perspective on the condition and allows audiences to engage with it in a way that just wouldn't be possible in any other medium.
What started out as a brief consultation convinced me that we were only scratching the surface of an immensely deep and interesting subject that could enrich and change the very nature of the game.
That's cool. Thanks so much for coming here. Pleasure. Thanks. It's really interesting for me. I'd love to be involved. I think it's fascinating.
Our understanding of psychosis is still very much a mystery, and ways of treating it are still primitive compared to physical illness. After all, it is easy to see the pain and suffering caused by physical diseases or physical trauma. It is not so easy to see the mental suffering and trauma of severe mental illness. But what if we could find a way to see it? Games are capable of drawing you in for hours on end, playing the role of a character who is different from you, experiencing their perspective, and actively involving you in a world that functions with a different set of rules. If we were to represent Senua's psychosis, we would have to simulate voice hearing, a common attribute. But how can we simulate something we have no first-hand experience of? Professor Charles Fernyhough, a leading expert in voice hearing from Durham University, offered his help.
Hearing voices is an experience that is usually associated with severe mental illness, and crucially we know that hearing voices is a part of ordinary life for many people who don't meet the criteria for mental illness.
Yeah. Oh, that's not him in real life.
We know voices vary according to where they appear in space. Voices can appear far away in the distance, they can appear right there in your ear, they can seem to be coming from inside your head.
Based on the information Professor Fernyhough provided, I put together a sound brief and invited some actors to the studio. We recorded the actors using a binaural microphone, which records the 3D spatial position of sound, replicating the way sound is heard by human ears. It gives you an incredible sense that the person you are listening to is right there beside you.
Can't see how she's going.
Rachel Waddingham from the Voice Collective came to our studio with 2 young voice hearers to speak to our team. We talked at length about their experiences and they listened to our tests, giving us feedback on how we could improve on it.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
It's very hard to represent what this experience is like, partly because it's such a personal, intense, emotional experience. It's testament to how Ninja Theory have been listening to what the researchers are saying, but also crucially listening to the experts by experience.
Super.
What they've come up with is so compelling. It's by far the best representation I've heard of what these experiences are
Danach
like.
noch gut schlafen können, ne?
Other common attributes of psychosis are visions and flashbacks. We met with Recovery College East, who work with and care for people recovering from severe mental disorders. A group of service users gave us their first-hand account of what they experience.
Sometimes when the vision or what we're seeing is too much, it becomes more difficult until eventually we perhaps don't see anything.
The people we spoke to, the stories they told, were fascinating, harrowing and mind-boggling. The reality of what people experienced was vivid, far exceeding what I could possibly have imagined. We went away itching to represent some of these visions and flashbacks in the game.
As we all know, my heart is so, love is so far away. Don't you know how I wanna feel deeper? I could never know how you grow, all these days are killing me. Now I see deep in me insanity does unfold. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper.
Spannend zu sehen, wie vieles von dem, was man so sieht, tatsächlich einfach basierend auf diesen Aussagen ist. Ich lese vieles davon einfach nur als Art Choice. Oder Game Design zulassen.
I could never know how you grow, all these days are killing me. Feel like this, read like this, I just wanna live that song. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper.
To refine our work, we continue to hold meetings with Recovery College East over the course of a year and a half, showing them what we had achieved so far and refining the in-game representations based on their feedback. With their help, flashbacks, visions and changes in perception were woven into the story and gameplay of Senua.
The students that are involved in this project are incredibly excited about being involved. They have described the experience as being important because it values their lived experience and shows that despite what we have been through, all of that experience becomes valid, that actually it's something that we should all be talking about.
The experiences described range from beautiful to frightening beyond comprehension. I heard of a girl who has to live with an angry voice screaming at her, slamming on her doors and walls 24 hours a day. I met someone who would often see hanging corpses in a room, so real that she would sometimes try to rescue them. The panic and fear that comes with such visions is entirely understandable, and it can be a living horror for some.
Worthless, weak, pathetic. Go on, feel sorry for yourself, because there is no one left to do that for you.
I was urged by one fellow that we should not shy away from showing this horror, and so I was perpetually torn in making Hellblade. Had we gone too far with our representations, or not far enough?
Broken and lost. Just like your soul.
Come on.
In some ways, voice hearing and visions were the low-hanging fruit, so to speak. There's another aspect of psychosis that is much harder to explain, but one that I think video games are uniquely able to represent, which are often called delusions.
People begin to see patterns in the world. They begin to link things that most people wouldn't link. Most of the things that we might think would be coincidence or, not worth commenting on. Nevertheless, that might have a particular salience or importance for them.
One individual described how everyday words, sounds, colours and objects were steeped in meaning to him, forming a strange and sinister puzzle that he was determined to solve but could not quite get to the bottom of.
It's not just brain dysfunction. It's not like the system shut down. It's actually an incredibly creative process. The person creates a world populated with voices and phantasms and terrors, and they're completely immersed in it. They believe in it.
We often invite people into the studio to play the game. In one of our playtests, they played through much of the game, making associations between runes, secret messages, and the threat of darkness that stalked them. There are many things that happen in the world of Hellblade that make perfect sense within the context of Senua's mind. The dark rot that's killing her slowly from within, the secret runes of the gods that block her path to Helheim, and strange associations that exist in the game to confuse you. To complete Senua's quest, you have to internalize and accept the logic and meaning behind these things to progress. Afterwards they said that they didn't see much evidence of mental illness in the game. People with delusions of all sorts would argue the same thing, that they are not aware of their experience being abnormal in any way.
I need this sword. It's important.
Representing perception changes and thinking patterns within Hellblade gives us a set of symptoms common in psychosis. But people with lived experience were keen to emphasize another point, that it is wrong to define a person by their symptoms. Quite often, the illness comes not from the symptoms, but from the stigma, isolation and mistreatment that comes about from the rest of society.
They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
I needed someone to portray Senua, someone who could believably internalize her suffering. Melina Jurgens, our video editor, had been a stand-in for Senua over a few months while we perfected our motion capture techniques. Without realizing it, she had already auditioned for the role, and I knew her well enough to know that I didn't have to teach her to act, but to relive her own internal pain. As often is the case, those who have suffered mental anguish are never far from us. My hope is that by creating a compelling and aspirational character in Senua who feels very much real, albeit in a fantasy setting, we can provide a lens into her reality, a different one to yours, and this is where storytelling comes into play. I imagined her life based on common threads in real people's lives. She was always prone to psychosis as a child. Her mother Galina also heard voices and had visions, so perhaps there was a genetic aspect. Or perhaps it was cultural, as she lived within a world without science, of gods and a superstition, as exemplified by her druid father Zimbal. Psychosis developed in her late teens to early 20s and was exacerbated by stigma and isolation at the hands of the clansmen and her father.
This darkness. It's spreading.
The trauma of seeing her lover Dillian sacrificed tips her over the edge, making her remodel her reality around a concept that connects everything: the darkness. So the question, is what Senua experiences real? Can only be answered by saying, yes, it is real. It is her reality.
All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
Towards the end of the project, service users and professionals that had collaborated with us were invited to see the near final game. It was a chance to see if the game had reflected their views or if it had misrepresented them.
For me, being involved in especially developing Senua's character has been really important, and being able to bring in my perspective and what I see and what I hear, and having that built into the game has been a real privilege. It's gritty and it's meaty, and there are some tough subjects in there that are being tackled with honesty.
I was blown away by it today, absolutely blown away. It was just fantastic to get the opportunity to use our lived experience in a very creative way. There's nothing tokenistic about the work we've put in. It feels like we've been listened to, things have been taken on board, and I think there was a lot of realism in the game itself, and it feels very authentic.
Hellblade will give people a good experience of what it's like to hear voices and have those experiences. I'm glad that the guys at Ninja Theory have asked us to come along and help them build an experience that's positive when it comes out, and get myself a copy and have a go.
Higurashi habe ich glaube schon gesehen.
I think all the way through I was really inspired by how the conversations have translated into the game in a way that I think I didn't imagine was possible. So wonderful, really wonderful.
I really hope that others will follow the lead they've set and use the power of something like a video game to change people's perceptions, to increase understanding, and ultimately to make some of the stigma around voice hearing and other experiences go away.
For me, it was really exciting to see something that I explore scientifically being represented so beautifully in a character who's trying to penetrate the mysteries of the environment in which they've been placed, with all of this strange uncertainty and noise and conflicting information that they're getting. I'm very excited by this way of trying to represent mental illness, because I think it actually might be offering us insights that we wouldn't get from pure scientific explorations, and actually giving us quite an empathic view of what it might be like.
Mental illness has been with us for as long as we have been on this planet, but why? Why hasn't evolution stamped out this weakness from within our gene pool? I often pondered this question until I realized that the question had an inbuilt flaw. It assumes that being and thinking differently is a weakness. The only reason we have computers, spacecraft, medicine, poetry, art, and yes, even video games is because individuals are able to simulate new abstract realities in their minds and share them with the rest of us. We need people to be willing to see differently in order for us to progress and survive as society. And we need to be open to these new ways of seeing. And it is this spirit that motivated me to create Senua's story and share it with you.
Das wäre doch cool, Veggie. Okay. Ich würde sagen, damit haben wir Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice eigentlich komplett erlebt. Und ja, ich glaube, alles, was mir jetzt noch übrig bleibt zu sagen, ist dass ich euch eine gute Nacht wünsche. Ich hoffe, ihr hattet Spaß, ich hoffe, ihr hattet Freude. Wenn es euch bei mir gefallen hat, lasst mir gerne ein Follow da. Dann sehen wir uns auch gerne wieder. Vielleicht am Freitag, vermutlich am ersten Montag. Und ja. Freitag ist nämlich wieder Fesseltreffen. Das heißt, da werde ich da sein. Also dort sein, nicht hier sein. Und normalerweise wäre es Stream. Aber da wird das vermutlich dann ausfallen. Dann schlaft ihr gut, träumt was Schönes, kommt noch. Habt noch eine gute Restwoche. Und ja, ich bin jetzt über eine Stunde. Wir sind sorry. Bis gerade komplett bis zum Ende. Also wir haben jetzt sogar schon, wir haben das Spiel zu Ende geschaut und wir haben uns noch ein bisschen diese Doku angeschaut hier, die da dabei war. Das Hellblade Feature. Ich fand's großartig. Ich fand's sehr, sehr großartig. Hat mir sehr gut gefallen. Ja. Es ist schwer zu beschreiben. Ich glaube, ich werde das noch ein bisschen verarbeiten müssen. Und dann, genau, weil es war jetzt komplett anders, als ich irgendwas erwartet hatte. Und einfach nur krass. Ja, komplett was anderes. Aber auch sehr gut. Fantastisch. Ich habe ja eigentlich noch so ein Spiel, das in eine ähnliche Richtung geht. Ich würde gern noch Perception eigentlich spielen. Perception, da ist unser Hauptcharakter eine blinde Frau. Und das ist Horror. Nicht so meins eigentlich. Aber das Konzept hört sich sehr interessant an. Ich habe es auch damals gekauft. Ja. Das mit dem zweiten Teil haben wir jetzt leider erfahren. Ist jetzt gar nicht so geplant gewesen. Aber ich denke, sie können trotzdem was Gutes draus machen. Also im Ende vom 1er war ja auch angeteasert. So, ja, wir haben noch eine Story. Aber wer weiß, wie gut sie diese Story schon hatten und ausgeplant hatten. Oder ob das einfach nur so ein, ja, wir halten jetzt mal die Tür offen. Ja. Ja, gut. Genau, wie gesagt, Follow da lassen, dann sehen wir uns wieder. Und am Montag, wie gesagt, da sehen wir uns dann spätestens wieder. Diesmal nicht mit Smite, sondern mit Fault, der Alpha von einem der Paragon-Nachableger. Und genau. Schattenwesen, vielen Dank für dein Follow. Genau, wir sehen jetzt gerade keine Alerts, weil ich die für das Spiel eigentlich ausgeschaltet habe. Ich dachte eigentlich auch, dass ich damit ausgeschaltet habe, dass der Ton spielt. Weil ich dachte, das stört ein bisschen die Atmosphäre. Aber ja, ne? So, genau, hier. Ich habe den Haken für Shutdown, Souls were not visible, nicht angeschaltet gehabt. Deswegen hat es dann immer noch gespielt. Ich hab blöd, ne? Gut. Dann, gute Nacht, träumt schön, schlaf gut. Wie gesagt, schöne Restwoche und bis zum nächsten Stream. Ciao.